Hello and welcome to Building with Vid. Yeah, episode 3. We're going to look at this medieval house. We're gonna have ourselves a medieval house tutorial. Hopefully you'll learn how to build some medieval houses in Minecraft. Yeah, we're in Minecraft 1.14 here, building some medieval houses. Last time we did this fantasy house, and that looks really cool. You guys seem to like this as well. We might build some more fancy houses later, after we're done with some medieval houses, because I think we're going to do more than this one in the coming episodes. Now, check out this video about this fantasy house as well. And then before that, we did these log cabins as well. Go and check those out as well. It's all very cool stuff. But let's look at this medieval house. Medieval houses are kind of like the stock of Minecraft building. You need to basically know how to do this. Oh, well, I see mistakes. Mistakes were made. Yeah, you basically need to know how to do this, and this is kind of an odd, not typical medieval house maybe. First of all, it's not white, it's green. You can of course choose any color you like. I think yellow could look really good with oak beams instead, for instance, yellow terracotta. Or I think maybe even stone could do well here, or stone pillars with yellow or orange and things like that. But what I like about this house with these materials is the contrast, very nice contrast between the red sandstone and the lime terracotta. Yeah, I like that. And another thing to note with this house is the very intriguing roofs, because there are actually several here. We have these this steep section here coming over to this part here. We have another steep section, and then we have less steep sections here on the end. I just really fancy how it looks. And of course we have a little tower up here as well, just sort of a vantage point for your survival needs. Yeah. So materials wise, yeah, we've already mentioned the lime here. We have dark oak and this andesite thing. Now I am in 1.14 and we have the new textures here, and look at this very beautiful andesite block. So I figured, yeah, you know what, we need to do the whole ground and all the stoneworks with that very beautiful texture. See how that looks. I have mixed in a little bit of stone here, as you can see, and then we have brick for the chimney, and that's about it. Let's have a little quick look inside of the house as well, now that we've looked at the outside. So there is a main entrance here, and as we go in, we come into a nice hallway. We have some lights, we have a little bit of cloth hanging around here, some glasses hanging around here, nice carpet, somewhere to sit and put your shoes on, and a lamp, of course. Yeah, the table, or a floor lamp. Yeah, we have a divider here, which is a wall, but we also have a stair leading up. Let's go into this room first, maybe. Double doors leading into a library type deal with a nice fireplace, somewhere to sit and smoke your pipe, and sit and read over here. And this is, I think, what the Brits would call the drawing room. Yeah, there is a mysterious door here. It leads to the outside, to the back here. And yeah, speaking of that, you can also go down in the basement. Here's our kitchen, you know. We've got bakery oven here going on, and some storage and the table for doing the dough. Then we can go in here, and here's the wood shop. We have all the tools. We have a helmet going on here. This is my attempt at making a machine. Let's see, I need to look up what this is called in English. A lathe. Internet tells me that this is supposed to be a lathe. So, so basically you put on your piece of wood here, and then you have to step on some pedals that we have to imagine here, and via some stuff here, some pulleys and levers and things, this starts spinning, and then you take your thing, your tool, and you start carving away round things on your piece of wood. A lathe. Let me know in the comments if that's not right, okay? I've never heard that word before. Anyway, we have some interesting storage options here with a chest as well. And we can go up, and we then end up inside of the library here as well. So that's a pretty cool feature. Now, we need to look upstairs as well quickly. Upstairs we have two rooms. We have this office space with a grand desk here with some paperwork, the makings of some pens and writing implements. Nice comfy chair here, and somewhere to sit and discuss business over a glass of whiskey or something like that. We also have a master bedroom here with a double bed, a makeup table, I want to call that, a old grandfather clock. Yeah. pretty cool thing as well. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's a door here that leads up to the attic, guys. Now, I haven't decorated the attic, but there's 2 rooms up here as well. One here, and then you can also go upstairs to the little tower. And this is a pretty good vantage point, unless you put flower pots everywhere. And I think that's the whole house. Let's see if we can build it, guys. Let's see if we can build it. Alright, to start building this house, you need 2 rectangles like this. And they are the same size, both of them. They are 9 by 7. So you build one of them like this, and then you attach the other one so that there is a 2-block gap in the middle, like that. Yeah. 7 by 9 and 7 by 9. Alright. You take your andesite, just the normal stuff, and just build this up all the way here. And yeah, you can do, if you want to be advanced, the corners straight away with polished. And you can also mix in a little bit of stone here and there. It's not too important really in this case. I never really say that, but yeah, the main feature here is clearly the andesite. As you build it in like this, you can just leave some holes and put normal stone in those later on. Yeah. Alright, and when you're done, it should look something like this. So now you need to take your dark oak, stripped dark oak logs or wood, it's up to you, and build up 4 blocks in all the corners. And we're going to add some more beams as well. You need a fair bit of dark oak here actually for this build. Okay, so on both of the long sides, so over there and over here, you put a beam in the middle as well, like that, or a pillar. On both of the ends here, you can put every other block a pillar of oak, like that, and like this. Okay, in the corners here, you put pillars up like that, so that there's actually 2 oak blocks next to each other. And in the end, it should look like this. Okay, so the idea now is to put cross beams, but we make them go out one on the shorter sides. So one here, and one here, and the same on this side over here. So we go out one here and one here. But other than that, we just put them on top of the beams. Okay, and when you're done with that, it should look something like this. Now take some spruce trapdoors and fill in the gaps here, like that. And like here as well, and on the other side as well. Like that. Now next step is to take some more dark oak and build up in the new second floor here, and the new place that where we have the corners, another 4 blocks like this, all round, until it looks like that. Now with the configuration of the in-between logs here on the second floor, you can do some different variants, but what I do is on the long side here, we leave a 2 gap and then put a log in. Same on the other side, 2 gap, log in. And that will give us, as you can see here, a nice big window up top here later on. For the short sides, I just continue with these beams, but 1 block further out, so like this. Okay, so on the shortest sides here, you can do some different things. What I prefer to do is to leave a 2 gap here, and then put a beam in like that. And the same on this side over here. And the long side over here, we just repeat what we did over there. So leave a 2 gap and then build up 4. And on this side, we'll just do the same again, with 1 gap in between all the logs, until it looks something like this. Okay, we're gonna have cross beams again, and they're gonna come out again on the shorter sides here, like here, here, and here, and the same on the other part of the building, and then it's just a matter of placing them again, same way. But here on the short side, we are going to not have trapdoors on this level, so just place the logs in like that, and you should be good to go. Alright, and when you're done, it should look like this. Yeah. Okay, so take your lime terracotta, some stained glass of whatever takes your fancy, and some dark oak trapdoors for now, and let's begin here. Down here on the long side, this is the side that I imagine face the road, like I built it there. Place a ring of lime, and then 2 windows in the middle, trapdoors on the sides, and that's the basic structure that we're going to go through all of this house with. Now, because it's not exactly symmetrical in the log placement or beam placement, we're going to have to adapt, which I will take you through each step here. Going to the front of the house, actually, where we're going to have the entrance, we're going to have the door leading in here, so you can leave a 2 gap and then put some lime terracotta in, and then just fill in the rest with blocks like that. Around the back here, we have a similar structure here, a 3x3, so or 4x3, so we can do another window here if we want to. This will end up being inside, on the inside, will end up being inside of the stair leading up to the 2nd floor, which is fine. And then on this side here, we can just fill this in for now. This is where we're going to have the fireplace later. Around the back, we have the larger section here. We do the same again. On the far side of the house, we do something a little bit different, because on the other side here, we had the door, but here we're going to have a window instead, in the middle instead of the door. So we just chuck in a window there, and it's okay to put these trapdoors on the dark oak as well. That looks fine to me. It's not a big problem. And finally, for the 1st floor here, or 2nd or ground floor, we have full blocks in that corner, and then around here is where we're going to have the back door. So we need to build a door like that, and then just blocks like that. So let's do the 2nd floor as well. We're going to fill in this with blocks here on the front. We're going to have a big window here, 3x2 window. And we can have a planter underneath it or something snazzy like that, so it looks like that. Fill in the glass here as well while you're at it. And we have some trapdoors on the end here as well. Like that. Above the main entrance, we're going to have a window and then blocks on the sides. Okay, the 1st corner here, we're going to have just blocks everywhere, because this is going to be where the chimney is. And plus, yeah. You don't need to have windows everywhere, guys. It's nice, actually, if the window placement is a little bit asymmetrical. And plus this lime green actually goes really well in big areas as well. Okay, so we're around the back of the house here. We're going to have, same as before here, just blocks on these 2 wide. But here we're going to do something different. We're going to just have 1 window in the middle. Again, not too many windows on medieval houses, please. They're not just glass. That's modern stuff, you know. Alright, we are on the home stretch here. We can have 2 windows here, really. We could have a window here and a window here if we wanted to. But I actually prefer to keep it in the center in this case, so let's put it like that. And then finally here, on this side here, there's no chimney, so we can chuck in another window like that, and then just blocks in here and in these 2 here. Alright, so we're done with that. Now it's time to deal a little bit with the roof here. But first we need to know a little bit what we're doing here. So we need to place a block, 1 block in here like this, and this is going to be where the taller roof here, if you can see that, is going to start. And we do the same on the other side here, 1 block in like this, and then we need to deal with these as well, and it should be the same, 1 block in like this. And again, you can use any old block here. These are going to go away later on. It's just handy for us to have them at the moment. Okay, so then you build up the roof with some lime here, just to get a feel for it, just like that. And then on the inside here, you go 2 blocks instead for each step. So 2, 4, 6, 4, 2. On these smaller ones here, we're going to put 3 blocks and 1, Same over here. And then on these blocks here, we need to mirror what we did with the tall roof here. So 2, 4, 6, 4, and 2. 2, 4, 6, 4, and 2. Okay, so let's deal with the roof a little bit here. You need spruce stairs, spruce planks, red sandstone stairs, and red sandstone for the roof. That's mainly what you need. And you start with the spruce stairs. Go in here on the end. 2 stairs, then upside down, stair, upside down, stair, and a stair facing inwards like that. You can do the same on the other side here. Oh, for Pete's sakes, 2 stairs, upside down, stair, upside down, and stair. You also, by the way, need slabs here, spruce slabs. And then you can just chuck them in all the way into the edge here, like that. And then you need to go 2 spruce stairs on either side here again. This is like the framing of the roof. And then you go red sandstone stairs, red sandstone stairs, and red sandstone stairs. Alright, so far so good. Let's repeat that on this side as well. These are the simple roofs. So enjoy them while they last. It's going to get a little bit more complicated soon here. And you will also see something interesting here. Namely that the roofs start to meet in various places. And that's something we need to deal with later on. And I will show exactly what to do with it. Alright, when you're done, it should look like this. And notice then as well that this roof on where the entrance is, for instance, is bigger than these smaller ones over here. So that's okay, that's supposed to be like that. So that's a big one, that's a small one, and on the opposite side is exactly the same. So that's a big one and that's a small one. Now let's deal with these other roofs here. Take your sandstone stairs and blocks, place a sandstone stairs, sandstone block, stair, block, stair, block, and stair, like that. And do that on the other side as well for now. And that's the basis of that roof. Now we need to have the overhang here, so we need to actually remove some of these here. But some of them are going to come back again later, so this is a little bit fiddly. But take your spruce blocks and just mirror what we did here. So block, stair, but then because this is visible, we need to have an upside down stair, block, stair, upside down stair, block, stair, and a stair facing the roof there. And we can do this on the other side as well. And then we'll have to go in and replace whatever we took away from the other roof here, so that it looks proper. So upside down stair, block, stair, upside down stair, block, and stair, like that. Now you can see that there are some gaps here somewhere. Yeah, here for instance, right? Easiest way to deal with that is to actually go into the house and go up all the way up to the top here and place these from the underside like this. Okay, so next up we need to deal with the end of this roof as well, right? We can just continue here until we can come to the next green bit here, and then we need to go up the same as we did before. Just like this, block, stair, right? And the same on the other side. And like where you begin here is debatable, but you can start here for now, just so you know where you're at. And some of these blocks we're going to have to go back and remove and change later on, so don't worry too much about where you begin here. But that's the basis of it. And then we just take away these again and do the same thing again, but it'll be a little bit different because this roof is smaller, if you remember. But do remember the upside down stairs as well. They add a lot of look and feel to the whole build. Alright, when you're done with that, you need to go in again into the house, interior of the house, and try and replace the blocks that are visible here. So that one, and that one. Alright, so now you can just fill in all this with the same block as it was on the edges here. Don't worry too much about making upside down stairs on the inside here. We're gonna have to get back to that when we design the attic later on. Alright, when you have it in this stage, I would recommend repeating the same thing on this side, and I'm gonna just do that off camera for you guys. Alright, when you're done with that, it should look something like this. And note that we still need to deal with the innards here, and we'll do that shortly here. In fact, we'll do that very soon. There's one more thing we need to do with the front of the roof, and that is to go with our spruce stairs underneath and facing the horizon. And starting on the first spruce block here, just place spruce stairs all the way over to the other side, like that. Alright, so first off here, right guys, the easiest way, I think, anyway, to do this is to go from the very top of each of the bigger roofs with a temporary row of slabs like that. This is where our little top building is going to be later on. And now we need to fill in this roof all the way to that beam, basically. And it's the same basic principle. It's basically follow this roof that we have outlaid here already until we run into problems, which we will do at some point. So here, for instance, we have a bit of a problem because here's a spruce stair. We just replace that with some red sandstone in this case and build up like that. Here's another problem. There's a stair, but there should also be a stair here, and that's kind of unnecessary, so we just remove those two, place two full blocks like that. Actually, one full block is enough, and then place stairs like that. Okay, and then we do the last bit here as well, like that. Okay, now we're actually at the end here, and what is going to happen is basically this part of the roof is going to go away, and this part, and it's going to be replaced by more green stuff. Like that. And then we just need to fill in the last bit here of the roof, like this, and like that. And that's sorted out that side for now. Now, what you can do now is you can take away that last stair, place a full block there, and place two red sandstone underneath there. That's like what's holding up the tower. You can see it over there as well. There we go. It should look like this now. So let's deal with this area here. Now we need to actually remove all of the slabs that we had here before. They were just temporary to see what we were doing, like that. Alright, and then we need to take our dark oak, strip dark oak again, build up 3 blocks in all the corners. Like that. Place some beams on top, going out the opposite way of all the other beams that we have poking out here before. So these go out in this direction, these ones go out in the opposite direction, guys, opposite direction. And then cross beam them like that as well. Alright, so take some green, lime green terracotta, make some windows here, like that. I prefer to have actually 2 wide windows here on these two wide sides, but you can of course have no windows as well if you prefer that. You might have some elaborate plan for what you want to do with this space and need the wall space basically. Alright, so let's deal with the roof of this thing now, and it's a little bit different from the others that we've done so far. So let's try and start it in a reasonable way so that you can follow along. So place an upside down stair on all of the ones that are poking out. And same on the other side, but you can do that later on. And then place a stair, normal stair on them, and then go underneath and face the horizon and place another block like that, so that we get that figure there. We do it again. Normal stair, upside down and face the horizon, and upside down stair like that. Place a block on top of these. Stair, stair, upside down stair, and upside down stair, and then we top it off here with a stair and a stair like that. Alright, so now you can go and fill all this in, and remember we're gonna have yeah, we're gonna have a row like before, basically out of spruce. So like in this case that's gonna be this upside down thing facing the horizon, and then it's just the same pattern exactly again. Alright, once you're done with this roof, it should look like this. Yep, and then you take your lime green again and you just fill in the blanks here. Like that. And to top this off, we just need to put in some windows. It's not really that possible here to have, you know, trapdoors on the sides and things like that. It looks a bit weird, so I just usually leave them just like that. Okay, we're getting somewhere for sure with the outside of this house now, guys. There are some little bits left to deal with. On these big green areas here, we can easily have a window like over there. And the same thing on the other side. So basically, you go in one, from the left corner here, you go in one block and down one block and make a hole. And as you can see, we have some tidying up to do indoors, and I think that's what we're going to go in and do next here. Right, as you can see, the inside here, it looks kind of chaotic and a bit weird. So first of all, those temporary beams that we put in place, you can remove them. And then you can remove all the green stuff where it's not visible to the outside. So that block there I cannot remove, right? But all the other stuff we can remove, and just go up until you see, you know, see the light. Now this here of course is the outside, so that needs to stay as it is. Okay, we need to deal with these sides as well, so we just dealt with that one. Now we need to deal with this one. All of this can go away. No, oh yeah, it can, because that's actually the window. And you're gonna have to try it out, guys, and see what goes on. So these two needs to be there. That one needs to be there, but that one doesn't, and so on and so forth. So just go through it all and see what is actually needed, so we don't have unnecessary blocks here, because you know, we're gonna have quite a little space in the end up top here. Alright guys, it's time to deal with the entrances and things like that. So the main entrance is basically a 3x3 like that, and you can actually build that up properly like this as well. However, on this side here, we want to have some stairs here and some things like that. So we want to have stairs there, and then we want to have some walls going up like this and all around like that. Yeah, so this is the minimal entrance. You can also make it slightly bigger by just basically making the platform a little bit bigger, and then just take some blocks down like this, and then put the stairs in place like that. I think that actually feels nicer, doesn't it? Alright, so temporarily anyway, there's gonna be a door like that. There's also gonna be a door on the other side here like that, and let's deal with that staircase as well. It's a super simple staircase. Basically go down like that. Alright, and if you want to have a little inner yard here, you can easily do so. Just replace blocks here like that. Over here we want to go down a block. This is going to be the basement entrance like that, and then just poke a hole in here. This is going to be where our basement is. So what you need to do now is you actually need to dig out 2 blocks in the entirety of the basement until it looks something like this, guys, and then just replace the bottom layer with oak planks or whatever material you fancy. I like oak planks in the basement because it gives you a little bit of light, you know, and it feels like maybe it's kind of new, and yeah, there's all sorts of good things about that, really. Actually, by the way, This last block here on the end should probably be a stone block of some sort, because we're going to have the door on top of that, so it's going to be partly visible from the outside. Oh, there's also another snazzy thing you can do. If you dig out here a little bit, you'll find that you have a little area here where you can make a little alcove for the basement. That's underneath the entrance to the stair, and I would just use that as well, and just, you know, use the space that you have. And then finally you need to go around here and replace all of these with andesite or smooth stone, like that. Yeah. Alright, so that's the basis of the basement. Now you need to take your spruce slabs, chuck them in as the first floor above your head here. And you see I put them right underneath where the beams end, of course. Alright, so we need to deal with the entrance here, and the best way to do it is to place another row of stone blocks like that, and then just chuck the door in like that. And what that means is that we can continue this actually with some interesting beams and things like that up top here. And in point of fact, you can place them on both sides like that. Okay, it's time to deal with the next floor here, and the floor of the next floor. And it's the same story again. You place them right where the beams end. Right, place the slabs here. And I prefer slabs, of course, because you get a little bit more roof height on the floor below. Plus it's cheaper if you're building survival, guys. Alright, so that floor is in place. It's time for the attic. And again, right where the orange starts, right underneath that is where you place your attic floor. For now, we need to find our way downstairs again. All the way down, actually, to the basement. And we need to make a stairway up from this basement up to the first floor, or the ground floor. Okay, so from this edge here, this is where the stair starts, up top. From this edge here, go in 2 blocks, and then place a block, a stair, and a stair, and a stair. Alright, and then you can fill in the underneath here with stone, then go upstairs and poke yourself a hole so that you can get up. And that's that. Now, we need to deal with this stair as well, and going up to this floor. And it starts already here, like that. Then you have blocks here, and just make sure that you can get up and down. You should be able to, it should be no problem. But of course, as you can see, you can remove that as well there. And in point of fact, you can replace this with a stair as well, upside down like that, to give it even more headroom. Yeah. Okay, so once this is done like this, you just need to go up with a stair like this, like that. And then go down and see, make sure that you can get out. Alright, so the final stair, for the final stair we can have stairs instead of the heavy stone. Go up to the second floor here and go to the very corner of the bedroom, what is going to be the bedroom, and start placing stairs like this. Yeah, until you come to the top like this. And on the underside here now, it doesn't look too great. So here we do need to have upside down stairs as well. And you can take that last one of these slabs as well and replace it with a stair. And finally, we need to have a ladder going up here. We can have it either here or here. And it's just take your pick, place blocks, and get your ladder on and put it up all the way up like this. Alright. And whichever side you choose not to do, you can now plug the hole. And that is actually the entire house done, guys. Yeah, you can decorate it as you want, or you can decorate it something like this. So you can have panels here going straight from the stair and all the way to the end with some doors. You can hide a door down into the basement here. And yeah, I mean, just look at this, guys. Yeah, take some inspiration. Then the next set of panels goes straight from this last stair and just all the way to the wall. Same basic principle. And yeah, some nice curtains, some clocks and all sorts of things, desk areas. Do what you want with this house, guys. Do what you want with this house. So there we have it. I hope you know some more now about building Minecraft medieval houses. medieval buildings. Yeah, medieval builds. And I hope you liked the house. And if you did, guys, if you did, remember, you need to go and look at some of the other things I do on the channel. There's Let's Plays, there's redstone tutorials, there's farms, there's more build videos, of course, yeah. And all sorts of things, so go and check that out. Consider subscribing, guys. Leave me a comment, and I will see you next time. Bye!